Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Co-creation at its best, really. You are looking forward to taking thought beyond that which it has been before. You like being out here on this leading edge. Can you feel your immense contribution to the expansion of all that is? Do you think that you were sent here by someone, even by yourself, to sacrifice your pure positive energy for the sake of expansion?
No.
Good. Because that's not how it is. It's just how it feels like it is to you when contrast causes you to expand and you don't go along. When you come forth into your physical body and the contrast serves you like it always does, and you know what you don't want, so you begin to emanate these rockets of desire, these vibrational advance requests of what from your perspective would make life better from your point of view. When that rocket emanates from you, the source energy part of you gives undivided attention to that rocket, and it becomes a vibrational reality. We like the coupling of those words, a vibrational reality. Now, you, most of you, don't want to call something that's vibrational a reality. You want to call it dead. You want to call it non-physical. You want to call it maybe an advanced expression of who I may someday be. We want to call it a vibrational reality because nothing is more real than the vibrational basis of this universe. And everything that you will eventually come to agreement is reality was a vibrational reality first before it became the manifestational reality that you all could interpret. You know, you're just really good vibrational interpreters. You think you see, well, you do see, but you think that sight is just a function of being born and having eyes. Well, it is. But you don't understand mostly that the reason your eyes see is because you are interpreting vibration. The reason you hear is because you are interpreting vibration. Your senses are vibrational interpreters through which you claim reality. You don't even see the same things, but you think that you are all viewing the same reality. That erroneous assumption gets you in trouble all the time, doesn't it? You want to see eye to eye with someone else, and we say, you got to see vibrationally to vibrationally with someone else. You've got to be on the same vibrational wavelength with another before you can begin to see what they see, or feel like they feel, or understand what they understand. And you didn't come forth to all get on the same vibrational wavelength. You came forth for the diversity, for the contrast from which new will be born. You were eager about that, you see. So what is this reality that so many of you are so excited about claiming? It's evident, you say. There's evidence to support the reality. The reality is the evidence itself. These are facts. These are truths. And we say, oh, if you could just not claim a reality and make it this constant, almost stagnant, unchanging feeling thing within you. If you could understand that reality, even the reality that you are proposing is the real reality, if you could just accept it as the eternally changing thing that it is, and as it stands in this moment, oh, there it went again. Well, as it stands in this moment, there it went again. It won't stand still even for a moment, but when you take a snapshot of reality and you say the reality of my relationship is, the reality of my financial condition is, the reality of my physical body is, the reality of this, the reality, we say it's changing, and it would change more rapidly to the things you want if you were not giving so much of your attention to the reality. But it's not a bad thing that you are giving attention to the reality, because your attention to the reality is what makes you able to come to an agreement as a civilization upon what you see. In other words, a lot of you seeing similarly is what causes you to sort of see similarly, but you don't see the same. Do you know that? Do you know that you don't see the same? You don't even see the same from day to day, but you do not see the same. When you walk into a room, you think you are seeing the same, but you're not seeing the same. Some of you see energy. Some of you are using your eyes to translate vibration in a deeper way. Some of you see colors at greater depths. Some of you see contrast at greater depths. You are seeing very differently. You want to be the same, and we don't think it's bad that you come to these agreements. We just want you to understand that when you focus upon things for a longer period of time, and more of you come into agreement about it, then more of you claim that this is the reality, and that serves you to a certain extent, but then it's like like you shoot yourself in the foot with that concept, because now what you're saying is, now that there are these realities that we agree with, this one and this one and this one and this one that we agree with, now our quest must be to come to a consensus, a reality consensus on all things. And we say, that is not your intention, and it will never be, and your quest for that is what causes you more grief than everything else put together. Your need to have others agree with you, if you could accomplish it, and you can't, would bring you all to the same consensus about things. Contrast would no longer exist, so expansion couldn't either, because expansion must come out of variety. So you really are not looking for sameness. But we've noticed that the reason that you look so hard for sameness is because you're tired of contention. You're tired of scattered energy. You're tired of pushing against. You're tired of not feeling free. You're tired of powerful influences having their way. You're tired of not getting what you want. And you have another flawed assumption that goes something like, something outside of me, something bigger than me, has power over what happens to me. And we want so much for you to come to realize that there is no assertion in this attraction-based universe, that nothing is being thrust at you. And if it feels like it is, it's because your attention to things like that have that activated within you. So you are attracting situations like that, but it is your attraction every time. We're not kidding you. So when we talk about a vibrational reality, we want you to do your best to wrap your thoughts around it, because if you will begin to set your sights upon this vibrational reality, now what is it? So you are source energy, a part of you, a small part of you, not very big part of you at all. The larger part of you remains non-physically focused, but a part of you comes forth as consciousness into this physical apparatus. And here, brilliant sorters and sifters and creators on the leading edge that you are, you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want. And whether you're speaking it openly or not, you cannot be exposed to life at all without your personal, from your selfish, which is a wonderful thing you cannot see other than through the eyes of self, from your selfish perspective, your desires emanate. And when that happens, when that vibrational request radiates from you, the larger part of you who knows that you should know what you prefer, you're the one out there living it. And your source is answering your request. All requests are being answered, so it's not like you could ask for something that would hurt someone else in this infinite resource universe. So when you ask, source doesn't just answer the request. Source literally becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you are asking for. If you're sick and you ask for wellness, the non-physical part of you becomes weller than you were before you were sick. If you don't have enough of something that you want and you ask for more of it, even if you're not using words, just experience says this would be better, the non-physical part of you becomes the vibrational equivalent of that request. Oh, it is such an important thing for you to understand that, because every emotion that you feel is about that. When you ask for something and the larger part of you becomes it, but the physical part of you keeps beating the drum of the reason that you asked for that to begin with, I'm sick. I'm so sick. I want to be well, but I'm sick. I'm so sick. The part of you that is weller and dominant is calling you toward complete wellness, but if you keep beating the drum of, I don't have enough wellness, I don't have enough money, I do not have enough lovers in my bed, I do not have enough, I do not have enough, I do not have enough, when you beat the drum of where you are, as you face the reality and speak about what it is, as you tell the story of what is, you hold yourself apart from the vibrational reality that is in the process of amassing for you. Now, this is really an important thing for you to understand. You've been asking for a lot of things, and you've created a vibrational reality. We've been calling it a vibrational escrow because it is held with your account information. It is held for you. Nobody else is going to come and snatch it away. It belongs to you. This vibrational reality is there percolating. And by percolating, we mean something really significant for you to wrap your thoughts around. This vibrational reality with law of attraction's attention upon it, this vibrational reality is amassing all circumstances and events necessary for the completion of all that you've been asking for. And you have been very specific. Every time you've had an experience of any kind, you've put a little more request into it until out of the details of the life you've lived, you have honed a vibrational reality that is perfection for now. It's going to keep changing, but it's perfection for now. But it's going to keep changing, but it's perfection for now. Source continues to keep up with all of the amendments that you add to your vibrational reality, and law of attraction now is gathering, because there is a veritable vortex of attraction going on here. It's big. It was spinning before you had your first exposure to your first experience that made you ask for your first new request from this physical vantage point. In other words, who you are has been spinning and becoming. So here is this spinning, becoming version, larger version, eternal version of who you are, and the attraction power is beyond physical description. This is the energy that creates worlds, and it is spinning for you. Your emotions tell you your relationship to your vibrational becoming. If you feel great, it means what you're doing with your thoughts, the conversations you're having with your friends, the books you're reading, the television programs you're watching, the things that you are doing that are causing an activation of vibration within you are holding you pretty close to the vicinity of who you really are. And because there is little separation between you and you feel good. It feels like elation. It feels like interest. It feels like vitality. It feels like flexibility. It feels like clarity. It feels like love. You feel frisky. It feels like appreciation. When you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on to who you really are and to all that you are in the process of becoming, you have sight, you have access, you have the ability to translate things that are in your vibrational escrow account. You have view of them. You get impulses. You end up at the right place at the right time. Your timing is good. Your conversations are uplifting. You are good for the people that you hang around with. You can only hang around with people that are good for you because your vibration is so pure that law of attraction is bringing to you only that which is a vibrational match of that which you have become. But if you're feeling negative emotion, if you're depressed, if you're discouraged, if you feel disappointment, if you feel fear, if you feel anger, or any of those hateful, not good feeling emotions, those emotions are your indication that life, your life, has caused you to become. Oh, you have vibrationally become, and the larger part of you, the part of you that precedes all things that you are, that vibrational, eternal part of you has become, but you're not going. Not yet. Oh, you will when you croak, you'll go. In other words, when you're no longer beating this drum, this vibration, this singular then vibration, will call you home, so to speak. But we want you to know you don't have to croak in order to be who you are, but you do have to stop doing that thing you do that holds you in vibrational dissonance, in vibrational disrespect, in vibrational disallowance, in vibrational resistance to who you really are. You just can't continue to beat that drum and hold fast to those beliefs, those chronic thoughts. That's what a belief is, isn't it? It's a habit of thought. So why would you have habits of thought that don't let you be who you are? Why would you have habits of thought that hold you apart from who you are? The only reason can be that you don't get it, that your thought becomes your point of attraction. You don't realize that you're literally splitting yourself apart by having two vibrational point of views that law of attraction is responding to. And the other reason, it's a big one, it's the one that we would focus upon if we were standing in your physical shoes. You must not care how you feel. Because if you cared how you felt, you'd guide your thoughts to thoughts that feel good. And when you guide your thoughts to thoughts that feel good, you would come into alignment. In other words, you are a lover. And when you find someone to be mad at, and you hold them as your object of attention for a while, and you build a big case against them, oh, we know, they deserve it, they were bad. You're not making this stuff up. You observed a reality, and you hated it, and you talked to others about it, and they agreed with you. And then you joined that online chat group, and they agreed with you, more or less. And you wrote it in your diary. You want your children to understand what happened to you. History is so important here. And without meaning to, you trained yourself by your attention to this subject. You trained yourself into a vibrational attitude or mood that then law of attraction helps support. So you gave your attention to it, so you activated a vibration. And when you activated the vibration, it didn't take long before your point of attraction was affected. And things that supported that thought began to show up in your experience. And then you said, see, I told you I was right.